My name is Paul. This morning, Brother Thomas Paul was speaking about the faith. I remember a verse, John 14:1. Have faith in God and faith in me. The true literation in the Greek sense, it is not my faith in Christ, but the faith of Christ in me. The letter to Hebrews also says, He is the author and the perfecter of faith, actually. Faith in the person of God and the faith of Christ that is given as a gift. In my life, there's a crisis some years back. I was in Mumbai. The Thomas was also in Mumbai. I was living in CGS cottage in Mumbai with two small kids. And there's a trouble of getting an accommodation, rented accommodation. I had an accommodation which was very painful. About 24 people in one cottage, 3 rooms and all. Then I was looking for another flat, rented house. Luckily, I got it actually. And it's a new house. I was the only family member. The other owner was only a single man. His family was away. So I went and came and told my wife, we got a house, let us go and see it actually. So I took her to the new house before we shifting it actually. And she saw the house, came back, I don't want to live here actually. I was totally perplexed actually. Because if she doesn't stay, I will have to again take another shift. I'll have to drop her back home. I was really painful. I don't know what to say, who to say actually. And that time I wasn't really familiar with the verses or the Bible at this time. That was way back in 78. I was really perplexed, and I have to shift because I had already given advance. I have to shift the previous one actually. Then while I was packing up actually, I had a New Testament actually. Justly half-heartedly opened actually. It was upside down. Then took it back actually. It was in Luke 8. Jesus and his disciples traveling by boat. You know the story. Towards the end of it actually, he turned around and asked, where is your faith? The question was direct to me actually. I closed my book. Maybe God, the word logos, has this meaning actually, communication from the divine world to the humankind. So God asked questions. He asked questions to Adam. Where are you, Adam? So we will have to answer the questions actually. We will have to come to a dialogue. And faith grows by dialogue. All along my life, I was asking questions to the Lord. I didn't get the answer. But this morning, I was taking for the morning prayers actually. God reminded every single word he spoke to me. I was again totally moved. Very often, St. Augustine said actually, faith is to think with agreement. Dr. Radhakrishnan said, logic ends, faith begins where logic ends. We will have to leave, and this afternoon, Father Regan shared with me, he looked at the T-shirt of our Alex. He says Romans 12:2. Maybe one of the single most verses probably I push on to my counsel is actually, let God transform you. Offer your bodies as a living sacrifice and let God transform you. God is the one who is transforming us. We will have to give in and totally be submissive. Thank you.
Thank you.